Have you ever tried something new? Gotten it completely wrong? Maybe you pressed the wrong keys, said the wrong words, or took the wrong step. And in that moment you wondered, should I even try again? This is the story of a song that was played wrong first. In a small town tucked between rolling hills, there stood an old music school. Its walls were worn, its windows slightly cracked, but inside lived something special: music. Every afternoon, children filled the rooms with melodies. Some played beautifully, some struggled. And then there was Lina. Lina was 10 years old. She loved music more than anything. She listened to songs the way others listened to secrets, quietly, carefully. But loving music and playing music were two very different things. One afternoon, Lina sat on a wooden bench in front of an old upright piano, its keys yellowed with age. Her teacher, Mr. Haroon, smiled gently. "Play the song I showed you yesterday," he said. Lina nodded. She placed her fingers on the keys, took a deep breath, and began to play. But something was wrong. The notes clashed. The rhythm stumbled. A few keys were pressed too hard, others too soft. The song came out twisted, like a story told backward. Lina froze. Her face turned bright red. Her hands dropped to her lap. "I'm sorry," she whispered. "I practiced. But it still sounds wrong." Lina expected a sigh, a correction, or maybe a look of disappointment. But Mr. Haroon did none of those things. Instead, he simply asked, "Did you hear the song you played?" Lina nodded slowly. "Yes," she said. "It was wrong," Mr. Haroon smiled. "It's good." Lina looked up, completely confused. How could wrong be good? Mr. Haroon sat beside her on the bench. "Every song," he said calmly, "must be played wrong at least once." Lina frowned, trying to understand. "When a song is played wrong," he continued, "it teaches you where it wants to go." He gently pressed a single key, then another, creating a small, searching melody. "Music isn't born perfect," he said. "It becomes beautiful through mistakes. It's through the wrong notes you find the right ones. The stumbles teach you the rhythm. The mistakes are your guides." Lina didn't fully understand everything he was saying. Something in his voice felt true, like a deep and comforting secret. "Play it again," Mr. Haroon said, his voice encouraging. Lina hesitated. Her fingers trembled just a little. "What if I mess up again?" she asked, her voice small. Mr. Haroon replied softly, "Then you'll learn again. And the song will get closer to where it needs to be." So, Lina placed her fingers back on the keys. This time she listened harder, not just to the notes she was supposed to play, but to the sound she was actually making. She slowed down. The song was still imperfect, but it was clearer. It was closer. It wasn't right, but it was less wrong, and that felt like progress. That evening, Lina returned home. She didn't rush to dinner. She didn't turn on the radio. She played the song. Wrong again? She played it again. Still wrong. But each time the wrongness changed. A missed note here was found in the next attempt. A better rhythm there replaced a stumble. Mistakes were no longer walls that stopped her. They were signposts, pointing her in the right direction. A few weeks later, the school announced a small recital for parents and friends. When Lina saw her name on the list, her stomach twisted into a knot. "I'm not ready," she told Mr. Haroon during her next lesson. He nodded, his expression understanding. "No one ever feels truly ready," he said, "but what if I play it wrong?" "In front of everyone?" Lina asked, her voice filled with anxiety. Mr. Haroon smiled his kind, familiar smile. "Then the song will remember where it began," he said. "And everyone will hear, not just the music, but the journey you took to find it." The room was silent. Her heart was beating faster than the tempo of the song. She looked out at the expectant faces in the audience and felt a wave of fear. Those quiet evenings by her window, patiently fixing one mistake after another, Then, applause started. Not thunderous, not overwhelming, but warm and real. It was an applause that recognized not just the performance, but the effort behind it. Backstage, a wide smile spread across Lina's face. It wasn't a smile because she played perfectly, but because she played bravely. Mr. Haroon met her with a knowing look in his eyes. "Did you play it right?" he asked gently. Lina thought for a moment, then shook her head. "No," she said, her voice confident. "I played it better than before." Mr. Haroon nodded, his smile growing wider. And that, he said, is how all great songs are written. Not by being perfect from the start, but by getting better, one note at a time. Every skill we learn begins with a wrong note. Every journey we take starts with a misstep. Every dream sounds strange and unfamiliar at first. But mistakes are not the end of the song. They are the beginning of learning the melody. So the next time you try something new, and it doesn't sound right or feel right or look right, remember Lina. Remember that the song played wrong first. It's often the one played most beautifully in the end. Thank you for listening.